This is Vaipo. I'm back with another commentary for you guys. Now I'm aware that there is a bit of a shaking underneath these and a bit here as well, but I'm not quite able to do anything about it right now because it's actually caused maybe because of the overlay here. But anyways, this is actually right before First Blood is called, and I do have to go down here to show you that. For some reason this is showing as First Blood already being done, but I'm sorry, I do have to this is kind of giving away what First Blood is, but I'm just gonna go straight from here. So you are obviously it's kind of hard to start a game without having any problems. I mean, before First Blood, and I did address Riot about it. I left a comment on the bug section to help tweak some things in the Spectator mode, and hopefully Riot will change that in the near future, so it'll be much easier to do commentaries such as this. So I suppose let's start introducing the teams a little bit. I'm not going to call these guys names unless they have a really absurdly funny or cool name. And we have Jarvan in jungle for the blue team. Then we have Graves as AD carry, we have a Taric as support, Morgana in mid, and Cho'Gath on top, of course. We have Jarvan actually picking off a kill against what is it? Actually, I can't remember this guy's name. Ziggs. This guy was actually released during one of my breaks when I was not playing this game for a while. So actually we have... Oh no, never mind, he's actually the jungler. So on the purple team we have Soraka as support, we have Maokai in the jungle, we have Ziggs in the middle, Urgot at bottom lane as AD carry, and we also have Yorick up on top against Cho'Gath. So I'm sorry for starting a game at about 4 minutes, but it is the earliest I can possibly get into a game while being spectator. And it is a bit unfortunate from that sense because this is the only way to get into a high ranked spectator mode kind of thing, and it is always at least about 3 or 3.5 minutes into the game. And we do have a bit of harassment going on from Urgot here, and I do find that pretty irritating myself. Urgot early game is absolutely annoying as hell. And Morgana actually going to the jungle here. I'm not quite sure what she's doing, but they are pinging, and she did ward the bush there, which would probably help them to spot for a dragon kill and probably counter gank it, or just gank it, I mean. So bottom is actually getting a bit of action here, and there was a gank from Maokai, but it was a bit unsuccessful without doing a bit too much damage. I do believe that Graves, no, he did not actually, never mind, that's my mistake, but Taric was forced to use his flash up, which means that the gank was partially successful without a kill, but wasting a flash is always good. Leaves a very good opportunity for Urgot whenever he does get level 6. So top is a bit quiet right now. I don't really know. I suppose Yorick went back to heal or get items, maybe a bit of both. Taric being a bit aggressive here, just with the stun, just to let Graves do a bit of damage, with Graves of course being a bit ahead, meaning that he does have an extra Doran's Blade right now. So as usual, AD carries trading kills. Actually, oh god, this is gonna happen for a while. I'm gonna be mistaking names and forgetting names. Graves actually taking a lot of damage from this Urgot, and this is a bit of a problem once you get tagged by Urgot's poison shell. You just can't get away from them. The range in that stuff is so high, it's actually ridiculous. And here we go, a bit more damage. Graves jumping in very high, gets exhausted, which means he is going to be shut down and he's going to be forced to back off. But looking at the minion kills, he is a little bit ahead, and he's also a kill ahead, which means he's quite a bit ahead actually, away from Urgot, and that's not really the way Urgot would like to be usually. So Ziggs getting blue from Maokai. Maokai won't be able to gank this quite efficiently. He does have a bit of mana, but I don't think it's going to be able to do too much for now, to be honest, because it's just going to lack the extra skills that he's not going to be able to use. Even though he is, I think he is considering. Is he? What is he doing here? Maybe not. Not quite sure what he's doing, but they will spot him with this ward, which means this gank is not going to do much unless they don't back off, but yes they do. Maokai doing a bit of a jungle invading. Actually, I'm going to jump up here quickly. Nope, Morgana's just stealing some jungle. Maokai just checking for red buff. And Tarek following him. I guess there's a ward here somewhere maybe? No, there is not. But I guess he was just checking because he did see Maokai walking into this jungle and he wanted to check if he is sitting in a bush waiting for a gank. Now Morgana is not going to be too worried about this Maokai here in the middle because she does have her black shield, and currently Morgana is my main, so I do know a bit about her. Cho'Gath getting ganked by Ziggs actually from middle, but looks like he is just about going to get away, and Cho'Gath is one of those champions which is very difficult to gank, especially after he gets a few stacks of his consume thing. Yes, I can't quite think of the name. Morgana is getting picked off here quickly before her ult gets the stun off, and Jarvan overextending just a little bit, and he is going to take a bit of damage from that ghost, but I think it's going to go down pretty quickly. Yes, with Cho'Gath actually consuming it. Actually, I better get that name quickly. It's called Feast. Yes, newbie is newbie. Jarvan ulting, but he does get killed straight away, and actually, yeah, he does quite just about run away. Bottom seems to be doing pretty steady. Both teams have a heal on that on each side, so apart from that first blood, I think it might be a bit quiet for now. But top is going to push the turret, and I do believe that it's a bit early, to be honest. I mean, looking at the lanes, 60 minions for Cho'Gath versus 63 minions for Yorick, even though Yorick is on 101, which means he does have a bit of an advantage. And Yorick is one of those champions that snowballs pretty well, and it's just impossible to get him out of lane later. He has too much sustain and quite a nice bit of damage, which means, you know, you just don't want to take on a Yorick late game on, especially if you got an early kill. So both supports, actually a lot of them are actually buying wards. Soraka buying pink wards, it seems, just so she can de-ward the enemy's wards. There's a lot of wards in that sentence. Graves getting a bit of farm, I suppose, and Urgot is still not able to catch up quite in time to be of any use right now. They don't see this dragon actually because there is no ward here, unfortunately, for the purple team, so the blue team is going to take this dragon quite unchallenged. Soraka is coming. She might get caught by Jarvan, but maybe not. Nope, she's gonna get away. Urgot is at full health down at bot. What did he get actually? He got a second Doran's Blade as well as a Brutalizer, and yeah, he did pick up Graves in his capsule, meaning that he did a bit of damage. Graves gonna do a bit of damage now after getting stunned by, sorry, after Urgot getting stunned by Tarek, getting a bit of a tongue twister there. And I believe Cho'Gath is getting a bit laned out now, even though Cho'Gath is one of those champions that really has a good sustain, and I'm actually going to show you exactly what, just make sure that there's nothing going on the minimap. His passive gives him, it's called Carnivore. Whenever Cho'Gath kills a unit, he recovers 50 health and 5.5 mana, which makes Cho'Gath a very good top laner. And are these guys going to conflict here? I don't think Morgana is going to come in time, or rather Yorick is not going to quite commit to it because he knows that Morgana is going to come as soon as she leaves the middle. Ziggs doing a bit of farm. Morgana is not actually ahead of Ziggs on minion kills. They're pretty even. Ziggs starting to pull ahead now, but it's only one minion kill, and that's going to be straightened out quite a lot. And Ziggs is one assist ahead, which is only about 4 or 5 minion kills. And actually, look at that, Graves going down the bottom, and Urgot is going to get away with that. Cho'Gath probably going to feast on him right now and get an easy kill here, and yes he does, getting an extra stack of that. He is now at 4 stacks of feast. He's getting absolutely ginormous Godzilla, and it's going to be pretty difficult to kill him later on if he gets those stacks up, even though he is building very kind of supporty in the gold per 5 items, even though he is a crazy good farming champion. So it looks like they're going to do a bit of jungle invading here, with Jarvan maybe giving the blue to Cho'Gath. I'm not quite sure right now, but I have a feeling that is... Nope, Morgana's going to pick it up and they're going to back off from the jungle, even though they do spot... Actually, they don't quite spot Soraka, but I believe Soraka is aware of their position here. This is a purple ward, which means they are. And they're both aware of each other's positions right now, I'm pretty sure, because there are wards from both teams in the enemy jungles. Blue team have wards in the blue side and this entrance here to the dragon side, as well as the both wards in the middle and this pink ward here. So Morgana going back to mid with Ziggs, and this is something you always see quite a lot into mid game. You do see, oh look at that, actually Jarvan here. You do see the mid laners trying to farm as much as possible because they do a lot of damage, provided that they can farm a lot. And as usual, Morgana with her black shield cannot quite be harassed that much, or not harassed, ganked that easily. And bot turret is going to be taking a bit of damage here from them, but I believe they are going to, without their AD carry, they're going to come here and do a bit of damage. But not quite doing any damage, seeing as it was only Taric that actually came in here for a stun. And they all seem to be building MP5 items actually, or sorry, gold per 5 items. Jarvan has actually, sorry, Graves has actually went up to top a little bit. I'm not quite sure why he went up here, because from my point of view, or from my experience even, Graves will probably just get eaten alive by Yorick, because Yorick is one of those bruisers which just eats AD carries quite easily. And look at that, he just takes chunks out of his health straight away, even though he did just ignite him, and he's going to do damage, and I don't think this Graves is going to get away at all. Nope, maybe he did. And I guess that is probably got to do with the flash, as well as the fact that he can actually dash quite... I'm not sure actually what the cooldown is on that. I'm going to quickly check what it is. Quick Draw is on a 14.4 second cooldown. Not a great tool for escaping, but it does give you that one similar to flash skill. Jarvan getting just decimated here with that Urgot ult, and that's what happens when you overextend against him, especially when you have an AP like Ziggs right behind you. Yeah, this Taric is not going to survive. There's no way in hell he's going to survive. There's that kill picked up by Urgot, of course. Urgot is now on 2-2-1 compared to Graves, which is on 1-1, and he's actually falling behind now, quite a little bit behind Urgot. Actually, looking at the minion kills, they are pretty even right now. I would say Urgot is probably a little bit ahead, seeing as he is getting a bit of farm at bottom, as well as getting a few hits on that turret. Cho'Gath is not going to be able to do anything here, to be honest, seeing as he is out of mana, as well as being alone with an AD carry as well as a healer to help him out. Cho'Gath is not quite going to be able to do anything. Now what actually happened to Morgana I don't really know, but I'm not going to go back just yet because there's no point in doing that right now. But bottom turret is going to be taken down here. I'm going to speed it up very quickly just to get a bit of an engage here or something like that. Maokai just coming back from getting a few items. He did get a heart of gold, I believe, in this run, and I'm not sure about the philosopher's stone. I think he had that from earlier. So both teams getting a lot of gold per 5 items. Actually Jarvan picking up a heart of gold as well, and I believe actually 3 of them now have a gold per 5 items on, well, the other team, actually both teams have 3 of them. Oh, so look at this, actually they're actually going to grab Urgot here, and I'm not sure if they're going to kill him, but yeah, it's actually, never mind, that was a pretty obvious kill with Jarvan ult available. That was pretty easy kill without even getting to the turret quite there. So obviously Maokai not quite going to be able to do anything against 3 people here, but there is 4 of them here trying to pick up Dragon, and they are going to spot it straight away, and they're going to try to contest it, but they are kind of split apart with Morgana being up here, and I think she's going to have to be a bit careful. They did get the Dragon, and now they're going to engage. Jarvan gets picked up straight away. Taric running like crazy with Ziggs, oh sorry, Maokai jumping over. Oh, look at this, Ziggs picks up a double kill, killing Taric. Graves is just about to get away. Cho'Gath is doing a lot of damage to everyone around him and does pick off Yorick, but overall 4 kills for 1. I don't think he was worth it. So, well, I don't know. I mean, purple team, they went in for that, and they did lose dragon, but of course they did get the 4 kills, which probably was worth more than the dragon itself, because as you can see, purple team is ahead on kills as well as quite ahead on gold, 3k exactly right now. They do also have the top turret, sorry, and that is going to help them out quite a little bit. Ziggs is on 415 compared to Morgana, which is on 012, which is a bit unfortunate because I play Morgana quite a bit, and they did just get the mid turret as well. And I don't know, I have never played against Ziggs, to be honest, in mid. But I've played practically against every other champion, and the only champion that I actually really have problems with playing both on Katarina and on Morgana is actually God, what is his name now? This is embarrassing. I can't think of his name. Big fat guy, barrels. Somebody help me out here. This is so bad. But anyways, oh, Urgot actually picking up Cho'Gath here, and they are probably going to try to slow him down and do as much damage. He does blink or flash over that bush, over those trees. I mean, getting to safety. And actually, I'm not able to move my camera right now. There it is. They are going to steal the blue buff, and who are they going to give it to? I believe Ziggs picked it up. Yorick does have his own blue buff, but I don't think he actually needs it with his mana immune there. They might have a bit of conflict here, seeing as these guys are going quite a bit forward, and these guys are still here in the bush. They did ward here actually, which is going to help them a little bit for the line of sight. It is not a pink ward, which yeah, this is actually quite a nice place to ward. Both these places, they do have most of, well, if they had this ward as well, they would pretty much have the whole middle jungle warded, which would be very, very good for them in terms of preventing ganks. Now Soraka does have an oracle, which is going to help her pick up wards, and actually Tarek picked up an oracle as well, which is going to help. And if he actually went up here, he would be able to pick off that ward as well as saving Morgana. Actually, she might be in a bit of trouble here, but seeing as that it's only Yorick and Jarvan is here to support, Yorick is not quite going to be able to do anything. Now, obviously Maokai given the blue buff to Ziggs, going to be very nice for him here. Yorick going to challenge Cho'Gath here, but I believe Cho'Gath has outgrown him now to be able to run away quite efficiently. Especially if he does his rupture or his feral screen to prevent some damage. And the top is getting pushed a little bit, and that is the problem with Yorick, especially when he gets a blue buff. He's just unstoppable, just spams those skills, does a lot of damage, and every single one of those ghouls also does damage after it is spawned. Not very much, but it does a little bit of damage. Now Soraka not counter warding, but dewarding the enemy jungle. And they are actually going to try for a Baron. I'm not quite sure if this is a good idea, but I believe they are going to be left on challenge. Maokai did just use his ult, which is a bit risky because he might need this for a team fight, but never mind, they actually saw that Graves is all a bit on there. They know that they will not be able to be challenged. It's just not possible without an AD carry. Well, it is, but it's very unlikely because they have so much sustain right here. If you look at the amount of healing that's incoming from both Graves and Maokai, and they are going to actually challenge them, even though Graves did just get here, so they are going to do a bit of a challenge. Morgana did get a good ult picking up 3 people with, actually she does pick off Ziggs with a stun, as well as I believe she did stun Soraka as well, but she did not get the kill. And we do have 1 kill for 2. Where is Jarvan? He is going to run away just about. Morgana is just about safe, and they are going to be doing a bit of damage here. I don't know if this is good right now because Jarvan is coming back in here and he's pretty low. Cho'Gath is getting picked off in return for Yorick. And I believe they're going to clean up here. Actually, Graves getting a nice bit of farm right now, and this is going to be very, very good and healthy for them. Graves is pulling ahead of Urgot again, and I don't think they're going to do blue anyways because they have too little health, and they did not pick off. Sorry, they did pick off Tarek, meaning the Oracle is gone. Soraka did not survive either, meaning their Oracle is gone also, and they do still have wards in the jungle. I'm pretty sure later on, a little bit after they get 1 or 2 items, they will probably end up getting another Oracle each. There's no point getting one straight away after a death because that will cost you a lot of money. So they are wary of the Baron now. They are going to ward it. And let's just speed it up a little bit, get back to a bit of action. I believe actually she might pick up that Oracle right now. Oh, they are pinging Dragon, and I think, yeah, that's the blue pinging the Dragon, and I think they're going to be going here pretty uncontested. It takes only a few seconds to kill Dragon, and there is 4 of them here, including their AD carry, which is probably going to do most of the damage right now. Once it starts hitting, yes, see those 504 crits. Crazy damage, 535, 535 again, hit it, come on. And there's Grace picking up that kill. Oh, and we might have a bit of contested territory here, because blue team does have this whole bush warded actually from start to end, which means that if the purple team does step on onto this bush, they will be noticed straight away, they will be pinged, and they will be ganked. And I love those little boxes. I just think they're so awesome. I don't know, I think it's probably the best Maokai skin around the place. The boxes one. Right, they are pinging Cho'Gath to come back because they are aware that the purple team is up here, and they can't quite engage without their tank. Cho'Gath is trying to get his feast stacks up, I'd imagine, and even though he is going a bit tanky, and he is actually building, I believe, probably a frozen mallet most likely, unless he leaves it at a phage just to get that extra bit of slow. Not that he probably needs it with Rupture, but yeah, they actually are going to contest this. They're not going to let the turret down, and they are going to definitely pick off Maokai here. Or not. I guess Maokai is going to get away quite easily, and he did actually get ulted by Yorick, which is going to be a bit of extra damage here and tanking a turret. But I don't believe that either teams are actually going to commit here, because even though purple team is doing very well actually on health, only Ziggs is, sorry, not Ziggs, only Maokai is actually a bit down on health. I still don't think they'd want to go up against Morgana's ult right here. Actually, is it ready? It is ready. And so is Cho's ult, as well as... oh, they are... oh, look at that. They did get a bit close. Jarvan picking up. Soraka getting a bit of a lag spike there, but they are trading kills. Blue team picking up 3 kills, while purple team did just get a 2nd kill. Blue team getting a 4th kill and getting the ace with Graves picking up an ace with triple kill. Now, they did just come back quite heavily into this. They were falling a little bit behind, but with that triple kill from Graves, this is going to be crazy good for them. 737 compared to Urgot's 354, and as I said, Urgot does fall off a bit late game unless you play him very aggressively, in other words, building him as a glass cannon, which luckily for Graves that does not happen, because Graves is a very tanky AD carry. So hopefully things will go very well for him in terms of actually surviving things, because that's what Graves wants to do. Actually, I'm going to quickly press C here, look at his stats. Range is 525. Let's check Urgot. I'm not quite sure. I believe R is Urgot's hotkey. Gonna have to learn those. Range of 425, even lower, which is actually surprising me right now, because Urgot's range, I suppose they did this purely because Urgot has an insanely huge range on his Q. Sorry, I think it's Q. Yes, Acid Hunter. I believe this is the skill. It is, and it's insanely huge if he gets somebody with a Noxian Corrosive Charge. It is actually crazy high, and you might get somebody from say this turret, and you might have somebody here, and you could be able to get them from that far away without even aiming. So I guess that's what the auto attack range nerf is for. Actually, Yorick is getting pretty tanky here with 2,600 health. He is going for that frozen mallet. Morgana is gonna root Maokai, and they are actually gonna focus it for some strange reason. I'm not quite sure why they're doing so much focus onto him. Jarvan does jump onto Urgot, but Urgot is not gonna take that. He does get a shield, and they are gonna actually counter engage here with with Jarvan getting picked off, as well as Maokai getting picked off straight away by Graves, with 4 assists on each team. Actually, they're all getting these assists. Urgot is getting picked off here, and I believe blue team is going to take this team fight. Yes, definitely, with actually Graves getting the legendary title right now. So we do have Ziggs getting yeah, and they are going to go straight for Baron. I don't think Soraka is going to be able to do anything here alone, and especially if she goes there, she could get picked off also, which is not going to be very good for her. but they are going to be getting pretty low on health here, which is going to be a bit risky for them in case Baron does pick off a kill or two, which is not really that scary. It just loses you a bit of time, but it is always nice to have all 5 players with the Baron buff, and they are going to get it uncontested because of that team fight. So they are going to be starting to regen health. I believe some of them are going to go back. People always head back to get some items after this. Morgana is already built up onto her Zhonya's Hourglass. I'm not quite... Oh, she's probably going to go for a Abyssal Scepter next. So let's quickly look at people's builds. We have Urgot falling quite heavily behind Graves. Graves did just pick up a Last Whisper. He does have Infinity Edge and a Phantom Dancer already. Urgot has his Brutalizer. I'm not quite sure if he's going to upgrade it into the Mayamoro Ghostblade or whatever it's called. I can't quite remember. He is built a Frozen Heart. Has built a Frozen Heart, excuse me. Which means he is going to be quite effective against Graves. But I believe Graves will probably take him on one-on-one either ways. So Graves definitely does have more damage. Definitely has more farm. Definitely has more kills. That's quite obvious looking at the 10-3-8. And this is going to help them quite a lot in team fights because Graves does scale pretty well considering he's a tank. He's a tanky AD carry, which means he doesn't really need that much defensive items, even though he does have... Well, actually he sold the second Orange Blade, so he doesn't even have that anymore. But then looking at his health, he does have 2.3k health and he is level 17, so you can imagine level 18 he's going to have about 2.4k health, which I think is crazy for an AD carry. It's quite high. Let's actually have a look at Urgot. I believe his at R. Urgot is only level 14, falling very, very much behind. Actually, they are all quite low level. 2 of these are actually 17, with Cho'Gath being at 18. None of these guys are actually on the purple team, sorry, hitting 18 yet. And actually, Yorick is the highest with level 16. So I believe it's about time the bottom lane, sorry, got a bit of a push, and actually he's backing off. He is expecting a bit of an engage here, and I don't know if that's going to happen. Even though then again, blue team does have the Baron buff, and they probably want to make use of it as much as they can before it runs out, seeing as it gives them a huge boost. They do take the turret, and they are probably... I suppose they might try to do a bit of harass onto this turret, try to get a bit of damage into it, but I don't think they're going to quite commit under it because it is at full health. And the purple team is most likely, yes, they are at full health, every single one of them. So even though the blue team is pulling quite a lot ahead now, they will not engage like that because it is risky. And if they lose a full team fight, they could fall behind and actually lose this game at this stage. Losing a full team fight, say if it was like a 5 kills for 1 maybe, the enemy team would just end up demolishing your turrets and your inhibitors, and I believe especially with top being so pushed, they could quite easily take 2 inhibitors like this, especially if they tank one of the turrets. So they might have a bit of an engage here. Let's actually have a look at this, and might try maybe speeding up or slowing down games when the team fights do engage, so I can call out things quite easier. It is a bit of a challenge to try to call out things as they are happening, even though I don't think I'm doing that bad of a job at it so far, so for my second commentary anyways. So oh, look at this, here we go. This is going to be a bit of an engage now with actually Zig's getting picked off straight away. Urgot is getting focused quite a lot here. He is going to get picked off by Cho'Gath most likely. Nope, Morgana picked it off. Jarvan is going to just about get away here. And he's going to be risking now getting hit by a turret here, to be honest. But purple team is going to lose an inhibitor here, and they cannot quite do anything about it because all they have is a pretty tanky Yorick as well as a support and a jungler, which is also a tank, sorry. Yeah, Yorick is a bit too tanky to do any damage right now, and I believe this is probably what has just cost them the fight. Just because they're a bit too tanky, and actually he got very close here. Graves did get pretty close at getting picked off here. Morgana is getting some damage from Yorick, and I believe she's not going to get taken out. Graves does pick off Maokai, and he does also take Yorick, and I believe this is GG, guys. I do have to get myself the GG button or something like that to just spam that shit whenever a game is over, and they are going to be getting pushed back already actually. And even though this game does look like it's over, blue team is quite a lot ahead. It's never good to overextend, because if you lost five kills right now, you could actually get picked off quite easily by the enemy team. For example, if that Ziggs ulted, he could probably pick off Cho'Gath and Morgana, even though I do believe he did ult a minute ago just to actually push them off to the back. So bottom third is going to get a little bit of a push now, even though there is going to be super minions coming, and there's the first one actually coming in right now. Actually no, never mind, it's the second one. There's already one coming in. And bottom third is somehow by itself pushing the top lane. Sorry, I'm screwing up right now. Top lane is pushing somehow by itself without any champion help, which is good for blue team, I suppose, because they were getting pushed here quite a bit, and you can see this third is almost down. And I believe it's going to start up again. Jarvan does seem to be almost fully built. He did pick up an elixir of fortitude, which is going to help him a bit for health and damage. Taric does not actually have his oracle at the moment. Neither does Soraka does have her oracle, and I don't believe that she actually needed it right now, because to be honest, well, I guess she could use it, seeing as, say, dewarding this bush if you got a ward in it. And that does happen quite a lot, because people like to be safe on getting ganked, because you know, you could be sitting in a bush and just waiting for somebody to come along, and you could be all five of you and just jump somebody and kill them in 3 seconds. And actually they're going to be picking off Yorick here quite quickly, and probably running off quickly before the purple team reacts. Actually somebody is getting killed here, and I can't quite see. Oh, that's actually Yorick's ghost getting killed off. Maokai taking a bit of damage. Actually Urgot taking a bit of damage. Morgana picking off 4 people with her ult, and she does actually hit a stun on 3 of them. She is probably going to try to get away here, and yes, obviously she is. She does get away quite safely with Graves actually doing a bit of damage here now, just pushing the lane even further. They're going to be waiting for this turret to be taken down, which he just did. They're going to be waiting now for the minions, and now they're going to try to take out this turret. They did lose Urgot and Yorick on the purple team, which means that this turret is probably going to be taken out quite easily without much contest. And I believe that the purple team just simply went too tanky. You know, they do have a 470 AP Ziggs compared to a Morgana with only 330. But I still believe that Morgana did a very, very good job with that ult just there. She got 4 people into the full stun of her ult, and that did help quite a lot, because it pushed them back as well as preventing them from doing any damage. And Cho'Gath is going to take a bit of damage from Ziggs, but Ziggs is not quite going to be able to do any damage. Sorry, not enough damage to get a kill or, you know, scare them off significantly, because Cho'Gath is just going to go and kill some minions and get a lot of that health back. There's no blue buff, unfortunately, for Cho'Gath. I believe maybe Graves might actually go solo dragon at the moment. I do believe he is able to quite easily to do it at this stage. Yep. Look at that damage, 612 crits. Urgot, I would probably say crits about half of that, if even. And Dragon is taken down at 36-37. And I don't think there is going to be another dragon, to be honest. It's not looking very promising for them right now. So right now there's a lot of tension on who is going to start a team fight, because the next winning team fight could end this game actually. Even though purple team is miles behind, they could still lose this, or still win this rather. With actually, look at this, they actually have a very good engage here. Graves is getting taken out by Urgot actually, and Urgot is going to get taken out by Taric himself. Taric is going to get taken out here most likely by Yorick. Not even going to follow that. Morgana does pick off Maokai, while Yorick picks off... Actually, that's Taric right now getting killed. He did survive for quite a bit, but Morgana is still going to be dangerous here, even though she is out of her ult, already wasted. The ghost of... wait, no, that wasn't his ghost. Oh, Yorick is getting picked off quite carelessly there actually. He shouldn't have stayed around for so long. And Cho'Gath is going to teleport into the Nexus and probably just finish it right now. It is looking like the end. And that's it. I believe they just surrendered. So yeah, that's it guys. This is my second commentary. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to do my best here, talking as much as I can, making this as entertaining as possible. So stay tuned guys. Press like the video if you like it, subscribe. Please go on the forums and tell Riot to change the spectator mode so you can actually start it from the very, very beginning. Maybe it'll encourage maybe even people who are doing it better than me. If you don't like my voice, or if you don't like my commentaries, maybe somebody else can do it, and it would help a bit of esports sharing, I suppose, sharing videos and just starting something new. It would be pretty cool. So stay tuned, guys. Subscribe, press the like button. This is Vaipo, and I'm out.